Hello, Bookish friends. It's Ivy Reads. This is just a recommendation for a series that I'm currently reading that I think is very enjoyable and possibly underhyped. It's called The Invisible Library, and I believe there's about 6 books in the series. I just finished book 4, and it is, in my opinion, so unique. The world, the characters, a lot of subverted expectations while also playing into a lot of tropes, but in like a brilliant way. Let me check. The book is written by Genevieve Cogman, and the main character is Irene Winters, and she works for the library, which is an interdimensional library that collects works of fiction from all the different realities. They explain that the reason they steal only fiction is because, for the most part, math, science, that's all the same. Like they are universal truths, and so they're not going to change from world to world. But fiction, people are all different, and so you might have 8 different copies of Wuthering Heights, but each one from a different world will be different because the experiences and world that shaped Emily Bronte, who wrote it, is going to be different, and that it's magical and unique and worth preserving. So, first off, I love that the main character is a librarian, and the book is dedicated to anyone who really loves a good book. Um, they have a hearty appreciation for reading and a respect for books and for fiction, particularly fictional books, which I feel like are often viewed as lowbrow and unworthy of people's time. And obviously, I am someone who feels very passionately about the magic of books, fiction books. So this series spoke to my soul. So Irene gets a companion, a new trainee librarian named Kai, who very early on is revealed to be a dragon wearing a human form. And in this universe, I guess for lack of a better word, all of the worlds trend towards order or chaos. Dragons embody order, and Fae embody chaos. So whenever they go to a new world to steal a book, or bargain for it or buy it if they can, but that wouldn't be fun. It's they one of the things they'll say is it's a high order world, meaning they're not going to run into Fae as likely, and that the natural state of the world tends to trend toward chaos. What? Not chaos. Entropy. Like the natural state of things is to fall apart, kind of. It's hard to explain, but it makes sense when you read it. And I think it makes more sense when juxtaposed with the high chaos worlds, which are far more inclined to follow tropes. And so I love the description of Fae in these worlds, that they believe that they are the main characters of their stories, and everyone around them is just there as a supporting character in their story. And so if you play into the role that they believe that you are supposed to fill, they're very likely to believe you, and you can lie to them pretty easily in that manner. Or, you can guess their motivations or determine how they'll react and use it to thwart them, for example. But, for example, in a high chaos world, it's very unlikely that you need to get inside of a door and the key would just happen to be up on the windowsill. But in a high chaos world, because Irene is filling the role of hero, things like that do happen. So it wouldn't happen in a high order world, but it would happen in a chaos world where she can just reach up, there's a key. And so it's fun watching her interact and solve problems, whether she's like, I'm in a world where I need to fill a trope, or I'm in a world where reality is not going to cooperate with me because that's the natural state, and I have to figure this out this way. And Irene is not, a terribly strong character or good at fighting, but she's very clever. She's very creative and smart, and she's a very good liar. And so most of her roles involve outthinking others, and that's how she can save the day. And so it's refreshing as a character, like not making her a Mary Sue. She's a character who has a specific set of talents, and she sticks to them. And we see unique ways of solving solutions and ways that she is limited by her abilities, which I like. And then there's like the slow burn, subtle tension between her and her new assistant, Kai, and that's good. That's good. So that is a series I recommend. Look into it. If you like it, let me know. Thanks.